New minimum wage is key. It has expired since March 2016, and then we're moving into a new minimum wage. We've set up a new model of approach to the new minimum wage. The last we did now was having a public hearing across the geopolitical zones of the country. We've just concluded that. We've heard the feelings of workers, we've heard the feelings of the private sector, we've heard the feelings of the institutions in terms of professionals in minimum wage issues. Now, it's for us to go back again and sit down and discuss. Our fear is, if by the time we conclude the minimum wage, is there the political will to implement that minimum wage, that will be agreed upon, and that is where the issues come. And we want to believe that the minimum wage should not be political, should not be politicized, should not seen also as a tool, to bring in Nigerian workers to start agitation or to cause crisis. And so we are appealing that government should muzzle up the political will at the time we conclude, unanimously in terms of coming up with a new minimum wage. That government must have the political will and commitment to implement it. Our fear is that the new minimum wage itself, there is no provision for it in the budget, and that's just our fear. But again, government has just come up to say, oh, it has expired since 2016. Sorry, we're restructuring. Sorry, we're trying to bring in change. Fine, we've heard all that. Today we're on the table trying to look at the new minimum wage to come up. And now, whatever it is, or whatever they think, hope of workers is to see that the minimum wage is not sustainable. It cannot take care of a family of four, talk less of a family of two, talk less of a family of four. So when you look at these indices, economic indices today in the country, you will agree with me that the new minimum wage is very important. It must be achieved and must be done. Nigerian workers will be on the road. We are going to exercise our rights, our fundamental rights in protesting, in making the necessary demand that is necessary. Nigerian workers have the right to vote out whoever they want to vote out. We did what we did in 2011, and here we are again. And so if this government fails in terms of the minimum wage issues and its implementation, of course, we have the right to also put them out of government. Today is like a day of looking at the struggle of workers globally. And Nigeria is not exceptional in terms of this issue. So we're not exception, so we must be part of the current ongoing May Day celebrations. And this is like a day for workers to reflect back their struggle and where they are today, despite the economic hardship and the challenges we're facing as Nigerian workers. Our grievances today is to see, we're talking about the new minimum wage. We're talking about viral labor movement in the country. We're talking about restoring back, bringing back the work, the labor movement to the workers' heart again. And that is the kind of protest we're protesting today. You are aware of issues of casualization. You know the issues of outsourcing, the current ongoing marginalization of Nigerian workers across the entire industries and so on. You're also aware of the continuous sacking of Nigerian workers and the closures of companies across the country because of non-availability of electricity. These are some of the challenges as workers we are protesting for. Privatization has also not worked, and we need to see how government should look at these issues of privatization and review them and come up with a model that will be much acceptable and will create jobs for Nigerians. The issues of unemployment is very key. Today we're sitting on a time bomb, and that's part of the protest we're putting up here today. That the idle mind, the saying is the devil's workshop, and we cannot continue to live in a country where our youths are graduating from the universities and from high colleges, and there are no jobs for them, and that becomes a very critical issue in terms of any developing country and for any nation to build up economic prosperities.